Imagine learning about investing by saving the universe from a bunch of ugly aliens while sitting on your grandma's futon. Well, weirdly enough, that's exactly what happened to me. So today, I'm going to show you 5 overpowered ways that I learned to invest my first $1 million by playing
Halo.
In Halo, your choice of weapon can mean the difference between a sweet
Double kill.
or getting an elbow to the face. Each weapon has certain advantages, like the energy sword. The sword can provide a defensive edge and a reliable bailout option in tight situations. And I noticed real quickly that I hated walking up on someone, then whip out a sword from nowhere and
Help me!
I get wrecked real quick. But wouldn't it be nice if your finances could act the same way as that kid with the secret defensive sword? Well, this prompted me to do some research of my own, and what I found out ended up being the cornerstone of my entire investment portfolio. The Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, or IUL, acts as my financial energy sword, because the funds that I have invested in my IUL actually cannot lose money because they have floors that protect you from sustaining losses. So if the market tanks 20% one year, my IUL is unaffected and it just takes a zero for that year. Currently, I have about 20% of my portfolio in an IUL, but one of the most recognizable and well-known weapons in all of Halo is the battle rifle. The battle rifle stands out as a versatile and reliable weapon. The BR is a lot of players' go-to weapon because you can use it in both close and long-range situations. It's like the Swiss Army knife of Halo, if Swiss Army knives could wreck aliens from any distance. But when it came to my finances, I knew that I needed a go-to weapon that I could use to grow my portfolio no matter what the economic situation was. One of the most tried and true investment vehicles that has a ton of data and a proven track record are ETFs. ETFs are popular because of their low cost and instant diversibility. ETFs basically represent the performance of an entire index, sector, or even a commodity. So when you purchase an ETF, think of it like you're watching the Avengers instead of just watching Ant-Man by itself. You get partial stories from a collection of heroes rather than just a single movie about an ant that can shrink himself. At this point in my financial journey, the vast majority of my personal investment portfolio is currently invested in ETFs. And now that I had a couple effective weapons figured out, it was time to learn how to engage the other team. An effective strategy in Halo is and has always been to try and start with a nade to take out the shields on an opponent before the battle even starts. It's like ringing someone's doorbell and then running away, except this time you're leaving a grenade on the doorstep. But if you can take care of your opponent's shields before you engage, your chances of winning that battle are significantly increased. You can actually do the exact same thing in your finances. How? A Roth IRA. Roths have you go ahead and pay taxes now before you invest into your retirement account. And by opting to pay your taxes on your contributions today, you're effectively removing the financial shields that could impede your growth later on. Given the trajectory of the US national debt, it's possible that tax rates might actually increase, which is insane given how much we already pay in taxes. But a Roth IRA ensures that you're not caught off guard by higher taxes on your withdrawals during retirement when you need that money the most. So next time you toss a nade at someone, remember to think about a Roth IRA. Now that I understood more about the weapons and how to engage in a fight, I noticed that fighting one enemy wasn't the same as fighting other enemies. Let me explain. What works against a jackal won't necessarily work well against an elite. Get too close to a grunt and it's probably no big deal, but get too close to a hunter and you're toast.
Skill issue.
In my finances, I had to recognize what I was up against so that I could fight the right way. And one of the main enemies that you're fighting in your finances is way scarier than any silly alien. Time. For example, if you're 25, you're fighting a much different battle than if you're 55. At 25, a high-risk, high-reward approach may suit your financial goals better because you still have the power of time to overcome the volatility. Understanding your enemy allows you to choose the right weapons and tactics, so you're not just making it, but killing it at each stage of your financial journey. If you like this tip, be sure to stick around to the last one because it's definitely going to surprise a lot of people. At this point, I was definitely starting to understand Halo much better, but no matter what I tried, I knew taking damage was pretty much inevitable.
I am inevitable.
However, if you take some damage, it might not be a big deal because you have shields that can actually regenerate. It doesn't matter if you take damage over and over again, as long as you give your shield time to regenerate, your actual health won't take any real damage. Keeping your shield recharged is critical in Halo, because if you try to walk into a fight without it, you're definitely going to get wrecked. The shield in Halo is strikingly similar to the role of insurance in your financial life. Insurance policies can safeguard your financial well-being, covering potential losses without depleting your actual assets. In life, whether you get into a car accident, or you have a house fire, or even medical emergency, insurance policies absorb that financial impact, preserving your savings and investments for their intended purposes, like retirement.
Duh.
If a crazy accident happened and you weren't properly insured, all of your hard work saving for retirement could be gone. So just like in Halo, you want to keep your shield up at all times, and your finances, you want to make sure that you are properly insured to help protect your hard-earned money. Okay, the final lesson that I learned about how to invest my first $1 million by playing Halo was an interesting one. When I first started playing, I noticed in multiplayer that I tried to Leroy Jenkins the entire other team. I basically fought solo and I walked right into a bunch of fights outmatched and outgunned. And then I realized I didn't have to rush in and fight alone. But did you know the same thing is actually true for your finances? In my experience, people tend to get emotional and guarded when it comes to their finances. But just as teamwork is crucial in winning battles in Halo, engaging with a trusted individual, especially a financial advisor, can significantly enhance your financial strategy and success. So the further you get in your financial journey, the more complex it gets, from investments to taxes, insurance, and estate planning. I'm just saying it could really help if you had someone in your corner to help you from making massive mistakes. So just like in Halo, if you want to win, you'll need to work with a team. And the same thing goes for your finances. Seek out a trusted advisor who can help walk you through your financial future and make sure you don't
Betrayal.
your own bank account. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my crash course in business management courtesy of Grand Theft Auto. Spoiler alert, it was more educational than my entire college experience and with way fewer textbooks.